Okay, we're on Keilim Parak Yud Gimel Mishnah. Hey, fifth Mishnah in the 13th chapter, Masechet Keilim. The Mishnah continues. They're talking about metal Keilim that are usable or not usable, when they are and when they are not usable. Machat. Machat is a needle used for sewing. Shenital charira o uksa. Charira is the chor, the hole. So if you lose the hole, you can't put thread through it. Uksa is its sharp edge. The Torah, it's not usable anymore. So therefore, it's not considered a machat, but Im hitkina lemituach tamea. If you hitkina, you fixed it in order to mituach. Mituach is really means to hem. So meaning he says derech orgim, the weavers shalochim machat shvura. They don't waste anything. This is a thing that comes over and over again. They would find reuse. They would repurpose things. Not like nowadays where your cell phone doesn't work, so you just throw it away and buy a new one. Nope. They would take a thread needle that's broken. They would place it at the edge of the cloth to push down its edges. It's a hem. So therefore, they're not talking about hemming. They're talking about when they're first weaving. But whatever. The idea is, he says it broke off, so that's no longer usable. If the hole broke, it's no longer usable. But what he says is, some kind of a hitkina, you would fix it, you would adjust it. So he writes that you would take, since this thing broke off, you just adjust it so that it would be used as a hem. But anybody who's ever been to a seamstress or what have you knows that you don't have to do anything. I mean, they use straight pins, but whatever. I think hitkina, I don't know if you have to actually do something, okay? Or hatkin means to designate it. I'm not entirely sure. Shel sakayin, sak, right? They're very, very heavy needles for sackcloth. Shenital charira, right? It lost its whole tameah. Why? Still usable. Because you could use it, as we learned, for the wax tablets. Nital ukza, but if it lost its sharpness, the edge part, Torah, then it's not usable. Then it's just like a stub. Shel mituach benkach ubenkach tameah. Okay, but if you're using it no matter what for bituach, for that, like you're making sackcloth and you're using it just as we said for hemming, for edging, then it's still tameh. Machat shel, and here it's interesting. Hitkina, it's not hitkina shel bituach if you're using it for that. Machat shel tachulda. Now let's say I have a machat. I have a needle, a sewing needle that became chaluda, became rusted. Im akevet tfira Torah. If it's rusted, it's a way that you can no longer akevet means to hold back. If it prevents you from sewing, it's no longer usable to harass. So what would prevent you from sewing? Very interesting. The Bartudura says, you can't. Some say it's like so rusted over, you can't sew anymore. Some say, if it leaves a mark, because if you're trying to thread a garment and it's making stains, you can't use it anymore. Very interesting. If it doesn't hold you back, even though it's still rusted, it's still tameah. You can still sew with it, still mekabel tubas. Even a small thing, we're realizing a small needle is mekabel tuma. Tzinora shepishata tahora. Tzinora, he says, mazle katan akom barosho. It's a bent kind of little forky thing. V'ragin lahafech bo basar garbeg chalim, and they would use it to turn over to flip the meat. V'yeshem ktanim, they have small ones shemuchatim be'am tilot. They would use it to strip to stick the wicks down. So he says it's like a little bent over fork, or he says a very small edge. I don't know, something to put to feed your wicks in, what have you. So if it was bent, pshata, and then it became straightened out, it got ruined, then Torah, it's not usable anymore. Krafa, you bent it back, chazal tumata, then it returns to its original state, and it's tameh again. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.